I think we're ready now to present all of our contestants, and let's do it. Here comes the 1987 Florida Teen USA Parade of Contestants. Here is Bernice Gitty, Danielle Osborne, Kimberly Hartley, Kimberly Brubeck, Rhonda Warren, Kimberly Edwards, Ileana Hernandez, Tawana Williams, Vicky Hayes, Brandy Ryan, Rayanne Heath, Cynthia Jacobs, Tamara Durham, Lisa Warren, Michelle Trigg, Karen Cash, Elisa Lauderdale, Nina Segura, Lonnie Nielsen, Teresa Bourgeois, Shannon Scott, Selena Norman, Marie Covington, Joanne Ferraro, Carrie Thorpe, and Patty Olsack, Barbara Doherty, Alisa Kay, Allison Hall, Chantel Smith, Kimberly O'Donnell, Candace Blanco, Shannon Fitzgerald, Melissa Rail, Tammy Walters, Joanna Bramos, Tracy Metz, Megan Rodenbach, Kimberly Elson, Deborah Naylor, Amy Touche, Nanette Barnes, Sherry Jones, Lori Hogan, Carol Gary, Kim Guanchi, Misty J. Horn, Heather White, Robin Polk, Brandy Burleson, Melinda Shea, and Sherry Tate. Beginning with Group A. Girls, coming back to stage now, please. And beginning our evening gown competition again, here is Bernice Gitty. Bernice is from Rockledge. She's a student at Titusville High School. And next, here is Danielle Osborne. Danielle at Hillsborough High in Tampa. And next, here is Kimberly Hartley. Kimberly, 16-year-old student at Auburndale Senior High. Kimberly Brubeck. Kimberly is 15 years old at South Plantation High. Here is Rhonda Warren. Rhonda's from Sanford. She goes to New Life Christian School. Kimberly Edwards. "15-year-old high school student down in Key West." Ileana Hernandez. Ileana from Miami's Southridge Senior High. Tawana Williams. "16-year-old student, Miami Jackson Senior High." Vicky Hayes. Vicky goes to school at Manatee County High School. Brandy Bryan. Brandy from Jacksonville, 16 years old. Rayanne Heath. Rayanne comes to us from New Smyrna Beach, 16 years old. Cynthia Jacobs. Cynthia, 14, she's at Taylor County High. Tamara Durham. Tamara, a 16-year-old at South Dade Senior High. Now let's present Barbara Doherty. Barbara from Hollywood at MacArthur High. Elisa Kay. Lisa from Boca Raton, she's 16. Allison Hall. Allison from Orlando, student at Edgewater High. Chantel Smith. Chantel, 16, out of Miami, Southridge Senior High. Kimberly O'Donnell. Kimberly, 15 years old, from Sarasota. Next here is Candace Blanco. Sunset High, Miami. Shannon Fitzgerald. Shannon from Orlando at Colonial High. Melissa Rail. Melissa, 17-year-old student, Lake Brantley High. Tammy Walters. Tammy's at Allen Nease High School, and she's 16. Joanna Bramos. Years old, Joanna's from North Miami. Tracy Metz. Tracy 14 from South Broward High. Megan Rodenbach. Megan's from Hollywood, student at Nova High School. Kimberly Elson. Kimberly from Apollo Beach. She's at East Bay High. And next, let's meet Deborah Naylor. Deborah, 16 years old, from Inverness. Amy Touche. Amy, 16 years old, at Titusville High School. Nanette Barnes. Nanette, 16 years old, and comes to us from Lakeland. Sherry Jones. Sherry from High Springs, 14 years old. Laurie Hogan. "15 years old at Killian High School." Carol Gary. Carol, 14, at Orlando's Walker Junior High. Kim Guanchi. Kim is 16. She's at Western High School. Misty J. Horn. Boca Raton, she is 15. Heather White. She's out at Citrus High School, Inverness. Robin Hoke. Robin's from Jacksonville. She's at Douglas Anderson School of the Arts. Brandy Burleson. Brandy, 14 years old, from Chipley. Melinda Shea. Melinda from Madison Junior High, Tampa. Sherry Tate. Sherry is 14 from Holly Hills Junior High. Now, right back to our competition, Group A, please, as we begin swimsuits. And first, here is Bernice Gitty. Bernice, high school student from Rockledge, 15 years old. Danielle Osborne. Danielle, 16, studying Hillsborough High School in Tampa. Kimberly Hartley from Auburndale. And from Plantation, Kimberly Brubeck. Rhonda Warren. Rhonda from Sanford. Kimberly Edwards of Key West. From Miami, it's Ileana Hernandez. Joanna Williams of Miami. Vicky Hayes. Vicky from Bradenton. Brandy Bryan from Jacksonville. From New Smyrna Beach, Rayanne Heath. Cynthia Jacobs from Perry. And from Miami, Tamara Durham. Now here is Lisa Warren. Lisa from Bel Air. Michelle Trigg. Michelle from Hialeah. Karen Cash of Miami. from Lakeland, Elisa Lauderdale. Nina Segura of Davie. From Jacksonville, Lonnie Nielsen. Teresa Bourgeois of Orlando. Shannon Scotts, Port Orange. Selena Norman from Stark. From DeLand, Marie Covington. Joanne Ferraro from Miami. Carrie Thorpe of Clearwater. From West Palm Beach, Patty Olsack. is Barbara Doherty from Hollywood. Lisa Kay from Boca Raton. Allison Hall of Orlando. From Miami, it's Chantel Smith. Kimberly O'Donnell of Sarasota. Candace Blanco from Miami. Shannon Fitzgerald. Shannon from Orlando. Melissa Rail from Apopka. Tammy Walters in Ponte Vedra. From North Miami, Joanna Bramos. Tracy Metz of Hollywood. And from Hollywood, Megan Rodenbach. Kimberly Elson of Apollo Beach. Here is Deborah Naylor of Inverness. From Titusville, Amy Touche. Nanette Barnes of Lakeland. From High Springs, Sherry Jones. Laurie Hogan of Miami. From Orlando, Carol Gary. Kim Guanchi from Davie. Misty J. Horn of Boca Raton. Heather White from Inverness. From Jacksonville, Robin Polk. Brandy Burleson of Chipley. From Tampa, Melinda Shea. Sherry Tates, Holly Hills. Meet these judges, as a matter of fact, and find out who we have on our panel. If you were here last night, you met them. If not, I want you to meet, first of all, the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Atlantic Services Group, an attorney who has received such honors as the Distinguished Service Award from the Broward County Bar Association, Who's Who in the South and Southwest. He was appointed by President Reagan to joint presidential and congressional committees. Would you welcome Chase Adams? She's president of Firestone Mortgage Company, a mortgage broker. She's managed a statewide political campaign and was member of the National Democratic Platform Committee. She's married to George Firestone, who is Florida's Secretary of State, and she is Nola Firestone. This gentleman is Executive Director of Berger Institute of Production Technology. He's the winner of the Silver Award for Best Makeup in Industrial Film. He's also most recently handled the makeup for Don Johnson's Heartbeat video. He's done commercials for L'Oreal and Lancome with Isabella Rossellini, a cover girl with Christy Brinkley, has many motion picture and television credits, including Solid Gold and Nightmare Weekend. Makeup artist and consultant Barry Berger. This gentleman's a lifelong resident of South Florida, a member of numerous civic and professional organizations. He's the father of 4, a certified public accountant. He's the managing partner of Tate & Company, CPAs, that served as the vote tabulators for many of our pageants, including Miss Florida USA. He is Greg Tate. A lady born and educated in New York. She's been living in Florida for 10 years. She's the principal of a private day school and has been an educator for 16 years. Spends most of her time as an advisor of a teenage youth group. She's traveled up and down the East Coast with a travel camp for teenagers. She is Gail Berger. Executive Director and General Manager of the Broward County Fair, Vice President of the Hallandale Chamber of Commerce, and has been heavily involved in civic affairs for the past 20 years. He's the father of 3, enjoys fishing and golf in his spare time. Welcome, Keith Hesse. And a lady selected as the original Fly Me poster model for National Airlines. Our next judge has been one of South Florida's most sought-after models, with dozens of TV commercials and fashion accounts to her credit. She currently uses her expertise as executive director of her own advertising model agency, handling the largest range of fashion accounts in South Florida. Meet the Director of Model Development, Sherry Leo. And ladies and gentlemen, our reigning Miss Florida Teen USA, Stephanie Smith. Stephanie will join me here and help me make the first 2 awards. There are 2 preliminary awards. One is called Miss Amity, chosen by the contestants themselves. They choose the friendliest of the group, and they've had these couple of days to work together, and they make this selection. And here is the name. Miss Amity for Miss Florida Teen USA this year is Bernice Giddy. Congratulations, Bernice. You can stay right there if you will. Don't run away. We like you out there. Because we're going to get one other contestant to join you, selected as Miss Photogenic by the staff and photographers that follow and surround our pageant. And they have chosen Miss Photogenic as Megan Rodenbach. Bernice and Megan, congratulations and best wishes for the rest of the afternoon. You may now return to all the rest of our contestants and stand by with us now as we prepare to announce our 15 semifinalists. Thank you, sir. This is it based on the tabulation of all the votes from our judges made during those personality interviews yesterday and then our evening gown and swimsuit last night. And here it is. Ladies, I'll read these names at random. There's no particular order. Good luck to each one of you. This is not my favorite part of the program. Our first semifinalist is Nanette Barnes. Our next semifinalist, Tammy Walters. Semifinalist, Shannon Scott. Joining those already named is Elisa Lauderdale. Our next semifinalist, Shannon Fitzgerald. Semifinalist, Tamara Durham. Next name on our list, Megan Rodenbach. Semi-finalist, Vicki Hayes. Semi-finalist, Kimberly Edwards. The next is Kimberly O'Donnell. Interestingly enough, our next semifinalist, Kimberly Elson. And then, unbelievably, Kimberly Hartley. To understand that 15 years ago we only had one name for girls here in Florida. Our next semi-finalist, Sherry Jones. Two more names remaining. The next is Joanne Ferraro. And semi-finalist, Deborah Naylor. Those are our semi-finalists, and ladies and gentlemen, your warmest applause, please, for the remainder of our contestants. And we have these young ladies, 15 semifinalists, who may continue now after the title of Miss Florida Teen USA. Judges have their first look at you as semifinalists. And now, ladies, if you will, please, I'll ask you to return to center stage. First order of business is a brief chat that I'll hold with each one of these semifinalists, and I mean brief and very casual, and it simply gives our judges the opportunity to check poise and personality of our semifinalists. And let us begin with Nanette Barnes. Nanette? Nanette is from Lakeland. She is 16 years old at Lake Gibson Senior High. What about your plans after high school?
I plan to go to Florida State University seeking a degree in music and drama. And after college, I plan to pursue my career in the performing arts.
What do you do? What kind of performing?
I sing. Right now I'm taking vocal lessons from Florida Southern College from Beverly Wolf. She's an artist in resident there.
Have you, Nanette, already done some singing on stage and in front of folks?
Yes, I have. I've sung in many pageants before. I had the opportunity of singing for preliminary for the Miss Florida, and I've sung in many pageants like that.
Well, good luck to you, and best wishes the rest of the way right here this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
There is Nanette Barnes. And then we have our next semifinalist. That's Tammy Walters. Tammy is at Allen Neese High School. She's also 16. I note here it says that you'd like to become an oceanographer. Tell me about that.
Yes, sir, I would. However, over the summer I worked at Marineland, and I had the opportunity to work with the dolphins as the trainer assistants. And while I was there, I learned, because I wanted to become a dolphin trainer, and I learned that I should become a marine biologist, and that's what I plan on majoring now, in marine biology and minoring in oceanography so I can specialize in dolphin training.
Where do you think you'll go to school for all of this?
University of Miami, definitely.
And you're then going to study marine life and go on to be a marine biologist, and I guess, why do you choose that field?
Oh, there's so many reasons. I love the ocean so much. I've always been around water. I'm so water orientated, and there's just, when I'm out there, it's such a natural high for me, and I enjoy it so much. And while I was working with the dolphins in Marineland, oh my gosh, it's just, I can't explain the feeling that I got.
Well, good luck to you. I hope all that comes true for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. There's Tammy Walters. Shannon, you're next. Shannon Scott comes out. Shannon is from Port Orange. Shannon, 17 years old. How many? Who do you have here supporting you in the group out looking at us?
I have my mom, my dad, my grandparents, my best friend and her fiance, and another friend.
It's a real fan club you've got. Who gave you the most advice on how to do whatever in the pageant?
Well, my dad told me to keep smiling. My mom told me to have fun. And my little brother said, don't trip.
Said, don't trip?
Don't trip.
Have you tripped yet?
No.
Your little brother will be very happy for you. After school, what about for you when you get out of high school?
Well, I graduated last year. So I'm going to Daytona Beach Community College right now studying fashion merchandising. And I'm going to get my degree in that and hopefully open my own store.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon Scott. Elisa, you're next. Elisa Lauderdale from Lakeland. Let me see what we can find out about her. Wants to be a TV news personality. Is that right, and why?
Well, I'd like to go to University of Florida and get a degree in broadcast communications. I like presenting myself to the public. I like dealing with the public, and I just like the field.
Have you done any on-stage work behind a microphone before?
No, not exactly. I work part-time for a radio station on the WPCV Country Sweetheart in Lakeland, and I do their live broadcasts, parades, and remotes for them.
Who led you into the interest of broadcasting? Anybody that you know in your family involved in broadcasting?
My mother works for WPCV, so she got me interested in it.
See how that works out?
Yes.
Well, good luck to you, too.
Thank you.
And there you have Elisa Lauderdale. Next, Shannon Fitzgerald from Orlando, goes to Colonial High School, 16 years old. Do you really want to be an actress?
Yes, I do. That's my lifelong dream.
Have you done some plays in high school?
Yes, well, I've helped out mostly with Behind Stage, and I've been dancing and acting since I was 2 years old.
Where will you go? What will you do to prepare yourself for such a career?
Well, I'm going to start out at Valencia Community College for the first 2 years, and then I'm going to go to Rollins College, which has a great acting department, and Winter Park.
Where would you hope to see yourself 5 years from now?
In a movie in Hollywood.
Well, we'll be watching the screens closely, and we hope to see you.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There is Shannon Fitzgerald. Tamara Durham is next. Tamara from Miami, South Dade Senior High. You're off to college, and you want to do broadcast communications too?
Yeah, I'm really interested in that. This year I had the chance. I'm in a TV production class, and it's only been going now for 3 years, and right now I've been on TV twice, and it's really fun because a lot of people from my school, they come up to me, I saw you on TV today, and it's really fun.
What were you doing on TV?
Well, see, we do the morning announcements, and we do sometimes stuff about school involvement and stuff like that. Anything the school would like to hear, that's what we put on.
Now, if you had a television career, where would you like to see it happen? Would you like to stay close to home, or you have some other dreams?
I'm willing to go anywhere, but I would really like to stay in Florida because I really like Florida. And right now, I would really like to stay in Miami and pursue that career.
Tamara, good luck.
Thank you very much, Dick.
There's Tamara Durham. All right, Megan. Megan Rodenbach is next. Megan from Hollywood. So, in a sense, you're kind of playing this game on home turf here. She's at Nova High School, 16 years old. You have a boyfriend?
Yes.
Is he here?
Yes.
Is that right? You've been going with him long?
About 9 months.
Explain to me what your ideal for a boyfriend is. What do you like about your boyfriend?
He's definitely fun-loving. He has a lot of fun, and he makes me feel good about myself, and he doesn't cut me down, and he plays hard to get once in a while.
He plays hard to get?
Yes, I like that.
I bet he gives in.
Yeah, once in a while.
Megan, tell me about your schooling. After Nova High, what's next for you?
Well, I plan to attend University of Florida and get a degree in drama and theater because I think that Florida is going to be the next leading movie and modeling industry.
Well, I hope you're a part of it, and best wishes to you.
Thank you, Dick.
Megan Rodenbach. Vicki is next. Vicki Hayes. Vicki from Bradenton, 16 years old, Manatee County High School, into, wanting to do some modeling, get your college degree. Well, what's going to come first? What are you going to do as soon as you get out of Manatee County High School?
First, I'll move to New York, and then I'm going to pursue my modeling career with the Modeltique agency in New York, and hopefully go to college part-time to get my performing arts degree.
New York's a big town. It's a tough town. It's a long way away. Now, does that frighten you any?
No, I've already been there last summer. I love it. It's so fun.
What were you doing there last summer?
Looking for modeling agencies. We sightseed. We went a lot of places. I was all over New York City.
So you found the agency, and you're part of it.
Right. And so they want me to come back next summer, definitely.
What kind of modeling would you do? Still photography, runway? What do you think's going to happen for you?
Well, I want to get into print work. I want to be on the covers of Vogue and Glamour, but that's just some dreams I have right now. But probably little fashion shows in New York.
Hope it all works out, Vicki.
Thank you.
There's Vicki Hayes. And next, the first of the unending line of Kimberlys. Here is Kimberly Edwards of Key West. Goes to Key West High School, 15 years old. Well, what about you, Kimberly? Given any thought to your days after high school, what kind of plan are you developing?
Yes, I'd like to go on to college and get into merchandising and hopefully own my own boutique or maybe work for a large company and be there selecting for all the clotheslines that they carry.
Why are you interested in that field?
Well, my family's been in retail all their lives, and my father owned a store for 21 years, and I kind of grew up around the retail business, and I enjoy it very much.
Where is his business?
He owned a furniture store in New Jersey, and that's where I learned most of my schooling from it, and now we own a small store in Key West.
So you plan to perhaps stay in that same industry, at least a part of it, huh?
Yes.
We hope that happens for you, and we hope we can keep you busy the rest this afternoon. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kimberly Edwards. The next Kimberly O'Donnell. Kimberly O'Donnell, Sarasota. I notice a lot of information about writing for you. You write short stories, essays, poetry, and you've gotten some writing awards. Tell me about that. What are you going to do with that kind of talent?
Well, my goal is to, after high school, to attend the Florida University for the Arts near Palatka and study acting there and drama, and then hopefully go on to the Oslo Theater, which is connected with the Ringling School of Art, which is near my home. And besides acting, I would like to combine that with novel writing.
Kimberly, when did you discover you had these kinds of talents?
I've basically known it all my life. I've always been a high achiever in the field of English, and I've always loved going out for plays as far back as grade school when I was a boa constrictor in our first grade play.
You were a boa constrictor in your first grade play?
Yes, I was the tail end of a boa constrictor. Right now I'm involved with a play concerning drug abuse. It's called Addict, and it's all designed, we're going to tour with it to elementary schools and other high schools, and it's to teach younger children about drug abuse and the dangers involved.
Kimberly, you've got your feet on the ground. You've got some good plans, a lot of talent. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kimberly O'Donnell. Kimberly Elson is next. Kimberly from Apollo Beach. You want to be an opera singer?
Yes, sir, I do.
Have you done some singing?
Yes, I'm studying right now at the University of Tampa. I've been studying for 2.5 years, and I'm going to study there after high school for 2 years, and then I want to go on to Juilliard in New York City.
Again, who's influenced you in this choice of careers?
Myself.
Nobody in your family is in music?
No one in my family can sing.
What do they think about your goals, your aspirations?
They're all for it. They want me to go and do what I want.
What outlets do you have in the high school level for this kind of singing?
We have advanced chorus, which is mostly classical music. We also have Sounds of Time, which is a vocal ensemble, which I'm in. And we have competition, district competitions, solo competitions.
Hope to see you at the Met.
Thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
There is Kimberly Elson. Kimberly Hartley is next. This Kimberly wants to be a lawyer, and I think that you've probably got that plan pretty well set up too. What's coming for you?
Well, when I graduate from high school, I plan to attend the University of Florida and study pre-law, and then go on to either Georgetown or Duke, whichever one accepts me, and get my major in corporate law.
Why corporate law? As a matter of fact, why law at all?
Well, corporate law, because I think that if I get the basis of corporate law, I can either work for a company as their lawyer, or maybe with the foundation be able to start my own corporation one day. And law, because my parents say I can argue with a brick wall and win.
You can argue with a brick wall and win.
Yes, sir.
You win your arguments with them?
Sometimes.
Either one a lawyer?
No.
So you've got an upper hand on them there. Good luck to you, too, and we'll see you in court.
Thank you.
Take care.
Bye.
Kimberly Hartley. Sherry, you're next. Sherry Jones, High Springs, 14 years old, and let's see, wants to be a pharmacist. Why do you choose that?
I choose it because I'd like to help people out, because when people are sick, I feel bad, and I'd really like to help them out. My aunt's a nurse, and I've heard some of the things that she has to go through, and myself, I don't want to do that. And my other aunt is a pharmacist, and she tells me some of the stuff she has to do, and you have to take 6 years in a university or college, and I'd really like to do that.
Where do you think you might go to college?
Well, I want to attend Santa Fe Community College for 2 years, and then go to the University of Florida for 4.
Where would you like to spend your life doing your professional things, being a pharmacist, perhaps doing a family? Where would you like to spend your adult years?
Well, I love High Springs, where I've grown up ever since I was little, but I'd really like to go to Jacksonville.
Well, they're looking forward to seeing you there, I'm sure. Good luck.
Thank you.
And there is Sherry Jones of High Springs. And next is Joanne Ferraro. Joanne is from Miami. She's at Killian High School, wants to be a teacher. It says here, that's still true?
Yes, it is.
What kind of teaching?
I would like to teach younger children about kindergarten, first grade in that area.
Why?
Because when they're first starting out in school, they're beginning to learn about life, and I feel maybe I can help them a little bit come along and learn a little bit more.
You have brothers and sisters?
Yes, I do. I have one brother who is 23 years old.
So you're looking up at an older person. You've never had to really deal firsthand, have you, with younger ones?
No, I haven't, but I do babysit, and I enjoy that a lot. And every once in a while, I can be a teacher's aide. I do that as teaching theater with another teacher. It's very enjoyable. I teach 4 and 5-year-olds for that.
So you're beginning to get a feel for those little ones already.
Yes, I am.
Good luck to you.
Thank you very much.
And there you have Joanne Ferraro. Deborah Naylor? Come on, Deborah. She started out waiting back there. She was 16. Now she's 17. She's from Inverness. You were at the end of the line and very patient. Well, let me see now. After you get out of Citrus High School, tell me what's going to happen to you.
Well, I plan to go out west, and I'd like to get a 2-year degree in modeling. I would like to work not only in front of the camera, but I'd like to work behind it. And I'd like to do fashion, modeling clothes for different stores and stuff, so I can figure out what I really want to be. And then it's modeling, but I'm not sure which field right now. So then I plan to go to Paris and work from there.
Well, you start out by saying you want to go out west. Why out west?
Because I have a lot of information about a different college. And it has a lot more opportunities in this college than most of the others that I've checked out. So I really think that that would be a big chance for me.
And then Paris. What's the fascination with Paris?
It's the fashion plate.
And you want to be there and be part of it.
Sure do.
Deborah, good luck.
Thanks a lot.
There's Deborah Naylor. Now, I think we are set to begin our swimsuit competition. We'll first bring our semifinalists on individually, beginning again with Nanette Barnes. Here's Nanette, 16 years old, from Lakeland. Tammy Walters. Tammy from Point Vedra, 16 years old. And next, here is Shannon Scott. Shannon, a 17-year-old from Port Orange. Next, here is Elisa Lauderdale. "15 years old from Lakeland." Shannon Fitzgerald. Shannon's 16 and her home is Orlando. Next, here's Tamra Durham. Tamra from Miami. She's 16. Megan Rodenbach. Megan, a 16-year-old from Hollywood. Next, we have Vicki Hayes. Vicki is from Bradenton and she is 16. Kimberly Edwards. She's 15 years old and is from Key West. Next is Kimberly O'Donnell. Years old from Sarasota. Ready now for Kimberly Elson. She's 16. from Apollo Beach. And next, it's Kimberly Hartley. Years old and from Auburndale. Sherry Jones. Years old from High Springs. Joanne Ferraro. She's 14 and is from Miami. Deborah Naylor. Deborah's from Inverness. She's 16. I think we're ready now for our evening gown competition, and with that, may we have all of our semifinalists back on center stage again, please, ladies. And individually, let's begin again with Nanette Barnes. Nanette from Lakeland, a student at Lake Gibson Senior High. And next, here's Tammy Walters. Sixteen-year-old high school student at Allen Nease High. Next, here's Shannon Scott. Shannon from Port Orange attends Mainland High. And next here is Elisa Lauderdale. From Lakeland and a student at Lakeland High School. Shannon Fitzgerald. Shannon from Orlando, student at Colonial High School there. Tamara Durham. Tamara's from Miami. She goes to South Dade Senior High. Megan Rodenbach. Megan from Hollywood. She's at Nova High School. Vicky Hayes. Vicky, who is from Bradenton and attends Manatee County High. Kimberly Edwards. Kimberly in high school at Key West. Kimberly O'Donnell. She's from Sarasota at Bayshore High School. Kimberly Elson. East Bay High School, Apollo Beach. Kimberly Hartley. Student at Auburndale Senior High. Sherry Jones. Sherry from High Springs, 14 years old at Santa Fe High. Joanne Ferraro. Killian High School, Miami. Deborah Naylor. Deborah from Inverness at Citrus High. Good to their word, it only took a moment, and now we have the names of our 5 finalists. As before, ladies, no particular order, and as before, good luck to every one of you. Here we go. Our first finalist is Joanne Ferraro. Finalist, Kimberly Edwards. Finalist, Megan Rodenbach. Just 2 more names, and the next is Elisa Lauderdale. And finalist, Nanette Barnes. Now, if you would please, once again, special treat for our 5 finalists, musically from Ty Herndon. Ty?
Sometimes this world can be so cold. You don't know who you can trust. But always remember, without a doubt, you can believe in us. When you're feeling scared, you know that I'll be there. Just take my hand, I'll pull you through. Let me be your island in the storm. Let me be the one that you count on. When you're feeling down, you know I'll be around to keep you warm. I'll be your island in the storm. I don't know how to thank you enough for loving me like you do. If there's a way I can never repay, I'd do anything for you. When you're feeling down, girl, you know I'll be around to keep you warm. I'll be your island in the storm. the storm. I'll be your island. When you're feeling down, you know I'll be around to keep you warm. I'll be your island in the storm. Island in the storm.
Ladies, now back up into that center line once again. Just before we name our new Florida Teen USA, the farewell to her title for the reigning Miss Florida Teen USA, here is Stephanie Smith. All right, Stephanie, I know you might have a couple of words of thank you for some folks along the way here.
Yes, I do. I would like to thank all my friends that have helped me through this year, and I would also like to thank Mary Lou and Grant Gravitt. Without them, I could have not made this year. And also, I would like to thank my parents for being there because they are one of my main supporters.
Well, you've done a great job and a good representative as Miss Florida Teen USA. Good luck to you throughout the rest of your schooling and your career choice as well.
Thank you.
Stephanie Smith, Miss Florida Teen USA. Stephanie, you come with me, and together we're going to name some winners right now. All right, ladies, here we go. Beginning with the naming of our fourth runner-up. Nanette Barnes. And Nanette will join Stephanie here. Our third runner-up, Elisa Lauderdale. Down to 3. And the second runner-up is Joanne Ferraro. One of these ladies is the first runner-up. The other is the new Miss Florida Teen USA. And now, the first runner-up is Megan Rodenbach. Miss Florida Teen USA is Kimberly Edwards. Kimberly Edwards of Key West, the new Miss Florida Teen USA. And would you present yourself on the runway now, please? Kimberly Edwards. A 15-year-old student at Key West High School. Selected as Miss Florida Teen USA. Kimberly, can you and would you like to say anything?
Thank you very much.
Do a good job. We'll be rooting for you in the Nationals. Best wishes all the way.
Thank you.
Kimberly Edwards, our Miss Florida Teen USA.